Hi, DE Psych. So I'm not sure if we'll have time in class to go over this, so I thought I would go over this now. And that is how your reader's notebook was graded. And I had said earlier this year that I would go over the exact logistics of the reader's notebook and how we grade it for each unit. In regards to the test, if you're wondering when we'll go over the test, we will try to, if we have 20 minutes in class, to go over this first test for sure, so that you can figure out how you did and why you did what you did, okay? But for right now, this is the reader's notebook explanation. So what I do is I randomly will go to my randomizer. It's a number generator. And what I do is I'll put in, let's say a class has 18 students in it, okay? So if I go into the number generator and I say, I'm going to look for, let's say, 12 students out of my 18. So 1 through 18. And I want it to be unique values. I want each number to be separate from each other. And once one number is used, then it can't be used again. It's a unique value random sample. So I hit go, and now I get some numbers. These are the numbers that I have corresponding to my grade book. So you each are alphabetized in my class. So I'm going to look at number 10. And let's say number 10 is Sally Sue. Sally Sue is going to be full graded for this reader's notebook because her number came up. And let's say Johnny Lou is going to be also full graded because he's number 6 on my roster list. So I get 12 different numbers. And now those are my people that are going to be full graded. If my number didn't get called up, then I'm going to give you a completion grade. So what I do with my completion grade reader's notebooks is I just kind of go through quickly reading questions and seeing if you did all questions for all sections. And if you did all questions for all sections, you get a 10 out of 10. If there were, let's say, like for instance, this reader's notebook had 8 questions. Let's say you only did 6 questions. If I take 6 divided by 8, I get 75%. What you're going to get for that reader's notebook, if you have a completion grade, is an 8 out of 10 because 75% rounds up to 8. So that's for the completion grades. For the full gradeds, I do something a little different. Let me show you. So you probably got this on your reader's notebook, and it's very similar to what I did last time when I gave you feedback, but this time it counted. So if you got full graded, let's say I'm reading Sally Sue's reader's notebook, and Sally Sue gets a 3 on this one, and let's say just for the simplicity of math, she gets a 3 here, and let's say on this one, she nailed it, she got a 4, okay? Now, 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, so the reader's notebook is out of 12 for each section. You can see which question I graded right here. Q3 for section 1 is what I graded. So I take a sample of the 3 questions you had to write for section 1. I took a sample of Q3. I read Q3 and I scrutinized Q3, and it got a 3. For section 2, for everybody's reader's notebook, I sampled Q2, okay? And so it got a 3. For section 3, I sampled Q1. It got a 4. How I choose which questions I sample from each section, that's also randomized. So I use my randomizer and I say, all right, which question am I going to sample for section 1 for everybody? So I only do that once and I find out Q3. So now I take a sample from each section. This is why it's important, first of all, to do each section, why it's important to label your sections and number your sections so I can quickly figure out which of the questions I have to sample. If you don't have your questions numbered per section, then I have to try to figure out where did question 3 start. And so it's just easier for everybody involved to number your questions per section. Some people aren't using the unit organizer, which I don't really understand. You have to use the unit organizer to find out how many questions per section, okay? Because some of you did way more questions than ever necessary, all right? So now I add these up. I get 10 out of 12. All right, so 10 out of 12 is 83%. But I can't use it as a percent, okay, because it's out of 50 points, so I can't go 83 out of 50. So instead, I take that 0.833 and I multiply it by 50, and I get 42. So let's put 0.833, multiply it by 50, and I get 41.6, but I'm going to round that up, give you the benefit of the doubt, and you got 42 points out of 50 points on the Reader's Notebook, okay? Now, Sally Sue has just been full graded, okay? So Sally Sue has been full graded, so we're going to mark that Sally Sue was full graded. And now, next time, Reader's Notebook-wise, Sally Sue has a chance of being full graded again or completion grade. So in a semester, what I do is I'll grade 2 of your Reader's Notebooks full graded and 2 completion. I don't even know when you're going to get your 2 full graded. It depends if your number pops up on the randomizer. So Sally may find out that next unit, when I do my randomizer, that she was completion graded. All right. And so Sally may have a completion grade next time. Oops, wrong color. All right. She may have a completion grade next time. It all depends on the randomizer. And then maybe during our biopsych unit, our 3rd unit this semester, she has another completion grade. So she knows that likely what will happen on her sensation and perception is she'll be full graded. Everybody will have a total of 4 Reader's Notebooks graded. 2 will be full, 2 will be completion. Our final unit of the semester, consciousness, I figure out what we're going to do with those Reader's Notebooks. Last year, those Reader's Notebooks were part of our final. So I full graded everybody's. So it just depends on what we decide to do, because it depends on how much we get through, which right now is a complete unknown of how quickly we'll get through these other units. All right, I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, I will put something in our discussion tab so that you can ask questions if necessary. All right, guys, thanks a lot. And yeah, happy week.